Gotta get back up top and deal with that other specter. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
피통은 많은데 패턴이 너무 단순했어.
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
제발 죽지 마. 무사히 있어줘.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
저건 뭐야?
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. Sneak around behind it.
저거 방어막인가?
Shield down. It's on the move.
해제됐네?
Aloy.
활 한 번 쐈다고 방어막이 해제되는.
You want a taste of this?
Okay, better.
Aloy, get out of there.
진정해. 진정해. 와우. 그렇지. 화살 3개 장전하고. 뭐해? 또 고장났네? 왜 이렇게 고장이 잘 나?
I need ammo first.
고장 났는데요? 뭐하냐? 살아났다. 물약 벌써 다 썼어? 비상. 비상.
You need this. Let's dance some battle.
에이씨. 아! 물약을 좀 주어야 될 것 같은데? 물약이 없다, 물약이. 어? 헤헤이.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. Shield's down! It's on the move!
I got your back, Aloy.
We could use it against the Spectre.
헉.
Aloy!
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
And the second you need me, I'm there. Aloy, get out of
어? 벽을 관통하는 공격?
there! Here we go. Here we go.
에이, 태그하고 있는데.
I could
어?
use it against the Spectre.
Aloy, ammo.
태그 좀.
Hey, watch this. Idiot meets hammer.
어. 뭔데 이거? 오케이. 진짜 제대로 함. 이제 진짜 제대로 함.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
And the second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. Shield's down! It's on the move!
I got your back, Aloy.
약점. 독. 독이네? 독을 한번 써볼까요? 으아!
Still in this fight.
탄약 보충.
It's got some kind of shield.
어!
Don't you go dying on me!
물약 보충, 물약 보충. 물약 있는데 서 있네.
They thought that
독이 초기화됐다. 독 스택 다시 쌌습니다.
Gotta get more ammo.
I'm coming for you next.
독 쌓였고. 아,
I could use it against the Spectre.
독이 상당히 많이 다는데?
Get out of there! Come here.
독이 좋구나.
Don't have enough stamina.
Oh, look at that thing whizzing away. Now we're
으악! 아!
You need
Still in
help,
this
Aloy?
fight.
물약 없다. 조졌다. 물약 어디 없나? 물약. 안돼 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 안돼. 지금 안돼. 지금 못 먹어. 번개 번개. 조졌다. 조졌다. 미안. 탄약이 없어.
Acid's eating away at it. Now to follow.
Fumes in your eye.
와! 굴렀는데.
Errant, I'm here.
Watch out.
물약이 너무 없다.
Stay put. See what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shield. Sneak up behind it. Tough fight if I take this one. Shields down! It's on the move!
I got your back, Aloy. Take this and take him down.
나이스.
How many times do I have to hit this thing?
잘한다. 열어. 뭐해?
Need more.
물약.
You okay?
안돼 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 안돼.
Stop this one, Aloy.
I could use it against the Spectre.
Hey, you want to fight the Vanguard?
마인이야? 이거? 쉐끼 이거 벌처인 것 같은데?
Aloy, ammo. Plus bar, doesn't it?
Payload covered in acid.
You got it tweaked, Mike. Who's next?
오케이. 나이스.
Much better.
위험.
A heavy weapon. That could help.
중화기? 저거 좋아 보이는데 중화기.
Aloy, you need this.
중화기가 있어요. 중화기 떼내자. 중화기.
Yes! Knocked out its weapon!
오케이. 뒤졌다. 야, 씨. 이게 짜세구만.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story. But we'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
물약 보충합시다. 아까 전에 많이 주워뒀던 것 같은데. 다 썼네.
Use for these soon enough.
이 미래 기술력의 잔해 탐나죠?
Well,
이런 것도 있었네? 이런 좋은 걸 냅두고 난 무식하게 싸웠네? 물약.
I'll pick these up.
이게 이래서 지형을 잘 조사하고 시야를 좀 넓게 가질 필요가 있는데 막상 전투가 딱 시작하잖아요? 시야가 개 좁아져. 저 스펙터 하나밖에 안 보여. 맛있고. 식었다. 아까 냉기슬링을 제가 던졌기 때문이죠.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Is your focus acting up again?
That's fine.
I can take a look if you want.
나는 이제 클론이고 또 다른 클론을 만난다.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy.
Where have I seen this one?
나는 이제 그 엘리자베트 소벳의 2, 쟤는 3, 어딘가 또 4가 있고 5가 있겠죠?
Someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you
이거
found
뭐야?
your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
조.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement?
응.
Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
Little?
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. You've spoken with Katalo?
A few words. Tanakh don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. I I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
여기 선반도 있겠다. 바텐더 하면 되겠네.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line. Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least. And heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
약간 그런 느낌이죠. 테낙스는 이제 젠길드고 우타루는 중립 길드?
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
초식 약간 그런 느낌?
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
소수정예야, 소수정예.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvests passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. You called yourself a grave singer. What does that mean?
To all living things an end must come. It is my task to ease the passage. I try to bring comfort and sing of the renewal that death sows the way for.
이 브금이 잔잔하게 그 분위기를 깔아주는 게 너무 좋다.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
이런 감성이 너무 좋은 것 같아.
Errand?
이 세계관에 딱
Okay?
Huh? Oh,
흡수가
yeah.
됐다고 해야
Why
되나?
wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
Right, there's two of you now. Well, at least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying.
에랜드 입장에서는 내가 둘로 변한 거지만 이제 에일로이 입장에서는 엄연히 다른 인물이죠. 나의 클론이라고 한다 할지라도.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in stormburn plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache.
노안이.
But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
저의 클론이 이 아래쪽에 있다는 거죠? 만나러 가봅시다.
Aloy,
Glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello?
근데 나에게 호의적일까? 얘가?
It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury? Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
어?
I don't understand. Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information about you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
거봐, 가이아를
So, the descendants of Far Zenith
얻으려는
escaped
이유가
a
다
different
있었어.
planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you, does that mean that you were... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
아, 지구를 리셋하고 다시 거기서 이제 시작하려는 거죠? 처음부터 아예.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
와, 그럼 1000년 전 그 지구에서 이제 탈출해가지고 테라포밍을 이룬 그 사람들이 아직까지 살아가지고 다시 왔다는 거잖아요. 그러면은 거의 불로불사네 그냥? 저는 그건 줄 알았어요. 그러니까 테라포밍한 그 행성에서 어떤 그 천재지변 뭐 그런 게 일어나가지고 그쪽에서 이제 생활을 유지하기 힘들어서 가이아를 다시 불러가지고 가이아를 다시 얻어가지고 그 테라포밍한 행성에서 다시 어떻게든 잘 굴러가게 만들려는 그건 줄 알았는데 그게 아니라 그냥 지구로 다시 정착하는 걸로 목표를 정했나 보네. 아예 초기화를 하고 처음부터 아담과 하와부터 시작을 하는 거죠.
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
얘 자체가 그러면 가이아의 그 하위 기능 그 자체네? 근데 약간 좀 안 좋은 그 기능이네, 결국.
So you know about the extinction signal. It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
코로나?
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. Then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Verbena's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
그냥
I'm looking
찔렀더니
into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface.
탑 시크릿.
Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it. The Zeniths have a copy. So it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge, just out of reach, must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long?
You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaius powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaius still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now.
진척도가 너무 느려.
Here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
저 베타의 입장에서는 굉장히 속이 터지는 거야. 왜냐면은 그 가이아의 힘도 알고 있고, 걔는 이제 얘 입장에서는 어느 정도의 진척도가 있겠다. 벌써 헤파이스토스는 손에 들어왔겠다. 약간 그런 진척도를 기대하고 왔는데 생각보다 너무 아니란 거지. 답답한 거지. 그래도 어떡하겠어. 나는 나 나름대로 계속 뛰어다녔는데 최대한 열심히.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing. It's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let
너
me know.
같은 사람에게도 굉장히 좀 과대평가하고 있죠. 나라면 뭔가 다 버틸 수 있고 약간 그런 사람으로 보고 있는 거야.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
근데 그런 미래 지식을 갖고 있으면은 좀 도움이 될 만한 무기를 나한테 주면은 진척도가 좀 더 빨라지지 않을까? 베타야?
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. I see everyone's settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Did you know there used to be a rainforest so big the old ones called it the lungs of the planet? Yeah.
Looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door.
Back in Sobek's time.
Gaia? What was this room for?
This was intended
지금은 아니야.
recreational room for control center operatives. I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe.
그거 어딨지? 강제 전환 더 할 수 있게 여기 있구나.
Where'd Patalo go?
작업대. 저항이 굉장히 높네. 업그레이드 하면은 어딘가에서 또 쓸만한 데가 있겠죠? 이것도? 너무 별로고. 주머니. 아, 화살통이 이게 한번 장전할 때마다 12개씩 장전이 된단 말이에요. 24개면은 딱 2번 장전하면은 꽉 차는 양이거든요. 근데 지금 20개라서 장전을 할 때마다 6개씩 손해를 보고 있는 거야. 탄약은 그때그때 하면 되고. 뭐 할 수 있는 게 딱히 없네요. 가이아한테 갑시다.